Crow Country was a game that I went in completely blind. One of my friends recommended me the game and just said, hey, this game is like Resident Evil, but in a good way. So, with that high praise, I went and bought the game and dove right in to see what it had in store for me. When I go into a game like this, it needs to have all the right ingredients to make it something special in my opinion. It has to have a phenomenal mystery, a fitting art style, and complex puzzles. When it comes to the mystery aspect of this game, the plot gives you a run for its money. The mystery of this game is what drew me in the first time I played it. I'm not going to spoil the plot of the game, but I will give you the hook that pulled me in. So the game starts with the character Mara Forrest driving to Crow Country theme park, where she reads her dossier about a missing persons report. Edward Crow, the CEO of Crow Country, has been reported missing by his daughter. Mara's job is to find this Mr. Crow in the abandoned theme park that has been shut down for years due to an unfortunate accident where a little girl was injured and became very ill soon after. After the park's closure, there were reports of strange creatures being spotted around the park, and Mara soon encounters these creatures on her quest to find Edward Crow. Mara then finds a crate full of gold ore that's going to be shipped to Brazil. The questions start to pile up. What happened at this theme park? Who is this Edward Crow? Why are the strange creatures walking around the park attacking people? What do the numbers mean?
The numbers, basically.
And why is there gold ore being shipped to Brazil? I will leave you with these questions so you can figure them out yourselves, whether that be through a video or by playing the game yourself. Which, as long as you have a computer, I think you can play this game. This game could run on a potato, people. Many horror games have a similar art style, but I think the art style gives it that old grimy feel, while also not going the ultra-realistic route, so the models almost resemble something out of Final Fantasy VII, though these definitely have a bit more polygons. I know some of you out there are not a fan of the retro graphics in games nowadays, as they can be overdone, but I still think that when they're done right, they give you that illusion that you're playing something old. Something about the aesthetic of this game, with the pixelated graphics and the angled camera, just always makes you terrified of what's up ahead. Something that's just out of your vision. The art direction in this game is great, as every room gives off this dark energy, with the exception of the safe rooms, as they act as your oasis in the dark. But even though these rooms give off this kind of energy, you can still feel that whimsy of a theme park underneath. It's almost like the dev team just watched a bunch of Defunctland videos to get some ideas for the rides and attractions of the game. The game wears its inspiration proudly on its shoulder. Like Resident Evil, the game has shooting mechanics, and if you play on a controller, it can be tricky to line up that headshot on a creature in the game. It also has a similar save feature to the original Resident Evil games, with the exception of you not needing an ink ribbon to save. Instead, the game is like Dark Souls, and you rest at fires located around the map to save your game, and there is no limit on how many times you can save. Though, it does affect your score at the end of the game. Another aspect of survival horror games is always the puzzles. I love the Resident Evil games, but a lot of times the puzzles are pretty self-explanatory to figure out. Crow Country has its fair share of easy puzzles, such as finding the correct key to fit in the hole, but some of them require you to really think, and sometimes you're going to have to write things down to be able to solve them. Some people might not like that, but for me, I love when games push you to think a little harder and be able to figure things out on your own. Crow Country also has many secrets around the place that are even more difficult to find. But one nice thing is that once you beat the game, on your second playthrough, you can enable a secret locator on the map that shows you what rooms have secrets in them. But nothing beats the feeling on my first playthrough of accidentally stumbling upon a secret and being able to figure it out all on my own. It's not quite the same dopamine rush of beating a Dark Souls boss, but it is close. In order to solve a lot of the puzzles and secrets in the game, you have to read a lot of pages around the place. This is not my favorite thing to do in a video game, as I prefer the show don't tell method, but they really do just act as hints or clues to help you solve the puzzle most of the time. Either that or there's some lore about what's happening. Speaking of hints, there is this little crow guy around the map that you can get 10 hints from at any point during the game. So if you do get stuck in a part, taking a hint from this fellow will hurt your final score in the game, but if you don't really care about that, then go ahead and take that hint. But be warned, it usually doesn't just outright tell you the right answer, and you will still have to use some critical thinking skills. The game succeeds in everything that I love about a Resident Evil style game. The mystery, the art style, the puzzles, they're all exactly what I love about these kinds of games, and Crow Country does not disappoint. If you go and play this game, or maybe you already have, I think that it's a great original story with a mystery that unravels at the right pace, and the game does not overstay its welcome. It's a short game, but it's not too short, as it's only about 5 hours long to beat on your first playthrough, and there is some New Game Plus content that you can do as well. Yours truly did 100% of the game. Thank you. Now, if you love finding secrets in games and unraveling a mystery, all while killing some crazy monsters, I think this is the game for you. I hope you give it a shot, because I seriously think you will not regret it. Before you leave, you should really hit that subscribe button, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough. I never thought that this channel would hit 1,000 subs. I thought most of my videos would just fall into oblivion. So this is pretty cool to see. So if you want to see me ramble about other video games or show off other video games, hit that subscribe button. Stick around. Thanks for watching this far into the video, and make sure to check out some of my other stuff. Have a good one, and see you later.